Hello and welcome back everyone, and today I'm excited. I'm super excited because we just got the full trailer for The Challenge All-Stars. That's right, we finally got a full trailer, and not only that, we get a little bit into what the daily challenge will look like, the arena for the eliminations. We got the full cast, how much they're gonna be playing for, and that there's gonna be only one winner. There is so much to go over, and in this video, I'm gonna be doing a cast reveal and reaction, and then I'm gonna be coming out with a shot-for-shot breakdown very, very soon after this video. So let's just jump right into it. We get like everything that we've been wanting to know about the Challenge All-Stars. It's gonna be premiering on Paramount Plus on April 1st, April Fool's Day. There will be 22 competitors on this challenge season. TJ will be hosting. They will be playing for $500,000, and there will only be one winner. My goodness. Also, there are going to be aftermath post shows after each episode, and they're going to be hosted by Devin Simone, who's doing the challenge aftermath for Double Agents, and they're going to be available on Paramount Plus and on the Challenge YouTube channel. Now, after all of that word vomit, let's get into the cast list, and we're gonna start off with the women first in alphabetical order. So the first person we're gonna be talking about is none other than Aneesa, who has done 14 challenge seasons. Her original season was The Real World Chicago. Her first ever season was Battle of the Sexes back in season 6. And the last time we saw her, which we're currently still watching her on The Challenge, season 36, Double Agents, and she's had 2 final appearances. The next competitor is Arissa, who was on one challenge season, and that was Battle of the Sexes 2, season 9. Her original season was Real World Las Vegas back in 2002, and she made it to the final in Battle of the Sexes 2, but alas, her team could not win. The next competitor is none other than Beth. Now, Beth has been on 7 challenge seasons. Her original show was Real World Los Angeles, and that was season 2 of The Real World. And her first ever appearance on the challenge was season 2, which was the official Real World versus Road Rules challenge. And the last time we saw her was on the Gauntlet 3. And the next competitor that is on this list is someone that we've seen recently, and that is Jemmye, who's done 7 challenge seasons. Her original show was The Real World New Orleans, and the last time we saw her was very briefly in Final Reckoning, where her and Jenna went straight to the Redemption House and then never really made it into the official game. We also saw her in X on the Beach Peak of Love not too long ago, and she has done 1 final appearance, which was in Rivals 2. Next up is Gisela, who has been on 3 challenge seasons. Her original show was The Road Rules The Quest. The last time we saw her was season 11, Gauntlet 2, and fun fact, she has never made it past episode 6 on any of the challenges she's been on. So if she can make it past episode 5, episode 6 of All-Stars, she has done something that she has been unable to do in her challenge career up to this point. Now, the next competitor we have is someone that looks very, very familiar, and that is Jonna. She has been on 5 challenge seasons. Her original show was The Real World Cancun, and the last time we saw her was on Battle of the Exes 2. I'm really happy to see Jonna back on the challenge because I felt like she could have done a lot more challenge seasons, and I'm really excited to see her back and compete. Next up is Katie, who has been on 9 challenge seasons. Her original show was Road Rules The Quest. Last time we saw her was on season 20, Cutthroat, and she's made 2 final appearances. She won 1 season, and that was The Inferno. She would just not leave the show. She would win elimination after elimination, and she made it to the finals and won. I'm happy to see Katie on this season. And another competitor is Kellyanne. Kellyanne has been on 4 challenge seasons. Her original show was Real World Sydney. Last time we saw her was on Rivals 3 with cousin Jamie as her partner. She's been to 1 finals, and that was The Ruins, where it was her and Sarah just running against the champions team. It was an uphill battle, but she fought hard with Sarah, and I'm happy to see her back on the challenge. The next competitor we have is a Road Rulers, and who was one and done in her challenge season, but she made the most of her 1 challenge season, and that is Kendall, who was originally on Road Rules Campus Crawl, and last time we saw her And the only time we saw her on the challenge was Inferno, which she won. We have the final 2 competitors on the women's side, and that is Ruthie, who was on 4 challenge seasons. Her original show was Real World Hawaii. Last time we saw her was season 17, The Duel 2. She had 1 final appearance, and that was back in Battle of the Sexes, which, alas, she could not win with her team. And finally, we have Trishelle, who has been on 4 challenge seasons. Her original show was The Real World Las Vegas, 2002. The last time we saw her was leaving and quitting Rivals 2 after she made some disgusting, embarrassing, and clownish remarks about Anissa, and she left the game. She had 1 final appearance, and that was in season 23, Battle of the Seasons. And yeah, they didn't win. Now let's jump over to the men's side, and we're gonna start off with Ace, who has been on 4 challenge seasons. His original show was Real World Paris, where he was on that season with CT. The last time we saw him was Inferno 3, The Lost Season, as the challenge won't release it on Paramount Plus or anywhere else. And his 1 final appearance was The Lost Season, season 14, Inferno 3. And just to throw it out there, when you look up Ace from the challenge, his mugshot from TMZ.com comes up first and foremost from 2017. That's just a fun fact. The next competitor is Alton, who's been on 4 challenge seasons. His original show was The Real World Las Vegas, 2002. The last time we saw him was Battle of the Seasons, season 23, and he's been to 3 finals, and he's a 1-time champ, winning Gauntlet 2 in season 11. And we also saw him compete in the Universal Studios Challenge, where we got to see like Darrell and Veronica go up against Emily and Derek K, and then it was Alton and Tori Hall competing with each other. And speaking of Darrell, we have Darrell up on this list. He has been on 9 challenge seasons. His original show was Road Rules Campus Crawl. His last season, or the most recent season, we are currently watching him on The Challenge, season 36, Double Agents. He's a 4-time finalist, 4-time challenge champ. He also won Champs vs. Pros. I'm happy to see him on this season, especially with another road ruler, and that is Derek K. And Derek has been on 10 challenge seasons. His original show was Road Rules Extreme. Last time we saw him was Dirty 30, where he made it to the finals. And realistically, the last time we saw him on the challenge was in Vendettas as a mercenary, going up against Joss in one of the best eliminations ever. He's a 5-time finalist, 3-time challenge champ. And now we're gonna move into Big Easy, who's been on 6 challenge seasons. His original show was season 12, Fresh Meat, coming in as a fresh meat competitor, where he was paired up with Katie. So now they're both on this challenge season together, which I love to see. Last time we saw him was Battle of the Season, season 23, 1 final appearance, and that was him dying in Gauntlet 3. Can he make it to the finals and redeem himself in Challenge All-Stars? We're gonna have to wait and see. And then the next competitor we're gonna be seeing on the Challenge All-Stars is Laterian. Wait, yes, Laterian has been on 3 challenge seasons. His original show was the Road Rules Maximum Velocity Tour, and the last time we saw him was the Gauntlet season 7. Now the next competitor needs no introduction. He's the godfather of reality TV. He's the one that spearheaded this project. That's right, I'm talking about Mark Long, who's been on 6 challenge seasons. His original show was the Road Rules USA, The First Adventure. The last time we saw him was Battle of the Exes, season 22, where he lost right before the finals, going up against Bananas. He has been to 4 final appearances. He's a 2-time challenge champ. And the next competitor we have is Nehemiah Clark, 4 challenge seasons. Original show was The Real World Austin. Last time we saw him was Rivals, where he's paired up with Evan, and he's a 1-time finalist, 1-time challenge champ, and he won Gauntlet 3 with the rookie team. And now we are coming on to the final 3 competitors on the Challenge All-Stars, and Cyrus. My goodness, he definitely deserves to be on this list, as he's 5 challenge seasons in. Original show was The Real World Boston. Last time we saw him was on The Ruins. He's a 2-time finalist, 1-time challenge champ. We see him clearly in the trailer talking about his legacy. I'm happy to see him back. Now the next competitor we have up on here is Tech. He's been on one challenge season. His original show was The Real World Hawaii with Ruthie. Last time we saw him, and the only time we saw him, was on the Challenge 2000 Season 3. And finally, the last competitor that we can talk about that's on this list is Yes Duffy, who's been on 3 challenge seasons. Original show was the Road Rules Semester at Sea with Veronica, and the last time we saw him was Battle of the Sexes Season 6, and he is a one-time champ, winning Season 3, the Challenge 2000. I have to say that there are some competitors that I'm very, very happy to see on this list, such as Anissa, John A., Katie, Kellyanne, Kendall, Ruthie, Alton, Darrell, Derek, Big Easy, Mark Long, Nehemiah, and Cyrus. I think those are the competitors that when I think of All-Stars, think of OG, they just pop into my mind right away. And we've seen a lot of them. And so those are the competitors that really jump out into my mind saying, okay, yes, this makes complete and utter sense. And I'm happy to see like Beth and Yes on this cast list, just for the sole fact that Yes is a challenge champ, but he hasn't been on the show in a long time or associated with the challenge or MTV in a while to where their names just click into your brain when you think of the challenge, when you think of OGs, when you think of All-Stars. But I'm happy that they're on this list representing their season, representing the challenge, old school OGs. And then there's some on this list where you think of All-Stars and it kind of makes you scratch your head a little bit. But I am very, very excited that we finally got a full trailer. I'm very, very excited that the cast list has dropped, and I'm excited that we have a release date. This is something that I've been kind of like a little bit worried about, just for wondering what kind of names are going to be on this season. Will it be as competitive as a main season of the challenge, or will it be like Champs versus Stars, Champs versus Pros, the spin-off challenges? But when looking at the trailer, and I know I'm going to be doing a shot-for-shot breakdown, but looking at the trailer, looking at some of the competitions that these challengers are going to be facing, I'm super excited. I am super excited for this challenge season, and I cannot wait. And we're getting it like right in the middle or close to the end of the challenge double agent. So this is going to be flowing directly into the off season of the challenge. I don't know how many episodes they're going to be, but I'm excited to see what's going to happen. But now I turned it over to you. What do you think about the Challenge All-Star cast list? Let me know that in the comment section below. Who are you going to be rooting for day one? Who do you want to win? Who are you rooting against? Let me know that in the comment section below. Also, are you excited, or are you super excited about the Challenge All-Stars now that we got a full trailer? Or are you kind of just like cautiously optimistic, which I totally understand? Let me know that. Let me know anything and everything you have to say about the Challenge All-Stars. Let me know that in the comment section below. But thank you so much for watching. While you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back very, very soon with a Challenge All-Stars trailer breakdown. Also, coming out with more challenge content, more content in general. But until then, peace.